Most of us are familiar with John chapter 1 verse 1, but haven't heard it in this way. In the beginning was the Logos, and the Logos was with God, and the Logos was God. And in this video, we're going to discuss what the Logos is and also how it relates to light and the sun. Let's get into it. In mystical philosophy and the law of one, Logos refers to the divine creative principle, the cosmic mind that designs and orders a realm. Each star, including our sun, which is known as Soul, is considered a Logos or sub-Logos, a unique personification of the Creator's intelligence guiding an entire star system. In simple terms, our sun isn't just a burning ball of gas. Soul is the spiritual architect of all evolution in our solar system. It holds the blueprint of life and consciousness here, acting as a local creative deity that ancient cultures intuited through sun worship. Under the law of one teachings, galaxies have logi, and each star is a sub-logos within the galactic logos. The sun, as a sub-logos, shares the creative love and light of the one infinite creator to all planets in its care. This means our sun is, quote-unquote, God in a manner of speaking, the local face of the creator's mind. Every ray of sunlight carries intelligent energy, subtle information that shapes DNA, consciousness, and planetary conditions. According to Ra in the law of one material, Soul, our sun, designed the framework for life on Earth and neighboring planets. It set up the overall laws of physics and energy for this system within the broader rules provided by the galactic logos. But our sun also had freedom to experiment and add its personality to the grand design. One fascinating choice our solar logos made was in humanity's form. Ra indicates our sun's unique idea was to invest the evolving third density beings with a bipedal ape form featuring opposable thumbs and complex speech. This was not arbitrary, it served a spiritual purpose. By giving us opposable thumbs, the logos nudged us toward tool use and manipulation of the environment, which in turn would focus our attention on the material world. Likewise, by emphasizing vocal speech over telepathic communication, our logos cleverly intensified the veil of forgetting, making it harder to rely on innate psychic abilities and thus encouraging growth through physical experience. All of this was meant to deepen the game of third density life, so that humans would face greater challenge and catalysts on the road to spiritual evolution. In Ra's words, these choices would offer the third density form the near complete probability for the development of speech, taking complete precedence over concept communication or telepathy, and make the entities drawn to the making, holding, and using of physical tools. In short, Soul wove a richer illusion for us to investigate and navigate, one that ultimately yields more intense learning and soul growth. Giving humans the opposable thumb, however, also made humans more prone to creating weapons and becoming warlike. On the surface, that may seem as though it's a negative trait, but from the perspective of the logos, it is another means for humans to develop a greater awareness of self in their environment through the catalyst provided of war. Many spiritual traditions concur that stars are living consciousness. The law of one portrays them as great beings of love and light, logi, each with their own theme or focus for the evolution of worlds. Our ancestors sensed this. That's why the sun was often revered as a deity and life giver. Modern esoteric thinkers echo the idea. For instance, the mystic Omram Mikhail Ivanov taught that we watch the sunrise to learn to mobilize all our thoughts and energies, implying the sun can inspire and align our consciousness. In the teachings of Ashiana Dean, a contemporary metaphysical author, we find resonant insights about the sun's conscious and energetic purpose. She describes our sun as more than a nuclear furnace. It is a massive electric generator, she says, showering Earth with vital energy and information. In Dean's detailed Keylontic science, the sun, whom she also calls soul, is a key node in a larger cosmic network. For example, soul is said to be hosted into a higher dimensional station called soul, which is the universal Stargate 4, essentially meaning our sun is an interdimensional portal connected to galactic energy streams. Through this solar Stargate, higher frequencies and evolutionary codes are transmitted into our solar system. In simpler terms, Ashiana Dean affirms the sun is a sentient gateway of divine consciousness, directing transformative energies to Earth for our spiritual awakening. Moreover, Dean's work suggests the sun and Earth are cooperating in an ascension process. Both celestial bodies are undergoing energetic changes, aligning with what she calls the crystal river of cosmic currents. The sun's role is to facilitate Earth's evolution, anchoring protective and uplifting frequencies. This perspective aligns intriguingly with scientific observations that the sun's activity, solar flares, magnetic field shifts, etc., affects human consciousness and Earth's climate. It's as if soul is actively engaging with us, nudging our evolution forward through waves of light. Given the sun's status as our logos, the local source of light and consciousness, it's no wonder that sun gazing has been revered in spiritual practice. To sun gaze safely during the first or last minutes of daylight is to literally drink in the sun's energy through your eyes, which are direct extensions of the brain and the pineal gland. In a mystical sense, this is communion with our logos. The sun's rays carry light codes, subtle packets of information or prana that can upgrade our subtle bodies and even our DNA. Modern sun gazers report a variety of benefits: more energy, clearer mind, reduced hunger, improved mood and sleep cycles. But beyond the physical, the spiritual significance is profound. When you gaze at the sun with reverence and open heart, you are connecting your soul to the source of life in this system. You are literally looking into the eyes of the logos. This practice can reawaken dormant parts of your consciousness. Sunlight stimulates the pineal gland, the third eye, which helps unblock intuition and inner vision. Many practitioners feel that sun gazing reboots their soul, reminding them of their divine blueprint and original connection to the cosmos. It's as if the sun sends a gentle download of wisdom and harmony into one's being. Indeed, one teacher of Surya Yoga describes the process as becoming one with the sun, whereby one's awareness is awakened and ordinary consciousness evolves into sun consciousness. As you continue this practice, just like the sun, one starts living a life of giving, attaining peace, radiating joy and harmony with the cosmos. These poetic words highlight how communing with the sun can transform us, fostering qualities of light, generosity, and insight. Even simply meditating at dawn or sunrise can have a powerful effect. The twilight moments carry a special stillness and high prana that many traditions consider ideal for spiritual practice. As the law of one implies, light itself is intelligent. Thus, basking in sunlight consciously is receiving divine intelligence into our being. Of course, safety is crucial. So in the beginning, one should only sun gaze in the very early morning or late sunset hours when the UV index is minimal. With proper care, this practice becomes a blessing and a sacrament. Many ancient cultures intuitively perform rituals at sunrise, offering water, prayers, or simply honoring Surya, the sun deity. They understood that the macrocosm, sun, and the microcosm, human, need to be in harmony. By aligning with the sun's cycle each day, we recalibrate our bodies and spirits to the natural rhythms of life. To deepen your connection during sun gazing, you can incorporate ancient Sanskrit mantras honoring the sun. These solar mantras carry the vibrations of reverence and invite the sun's blessings into your being. In the Vedic tradition, Surya is the divine embodiment of the sun's energy, the dispeller of darkness and giver of life. By chanting Surya mantras, you attune yourself to soul's frequency. One potent chant is the Surya Gayatri mantra, It goes, Om Bhaskaraya Vidmahi, Mahatejaya Dhimahi, Tanosoya Prachodayat. This translates roughly to, Om, let us meditate on the sun god, the radiant illuminator of the day. May that divinity enlighten and guide our minds. In other words, we ask the sun to shine within us, just as it shines upon the earth, awakening our intellect and spiritual insight. Choose one that resonates and chant it with devotion as you face the gentle sun. Feel the vibrations in your chest and forehead, and visualize golden light filling your being. In closing, remember that the sun is a conscious caregiver. Our soul is the logos that loves us. It literally gave us life and continues to offer every heartbeat of energy we ever use. When you lift your face to sunrise, you're doing more than a health practice. You are acknowledging that divine relationship. The law of one reminds us that all is one. As you honor the sun, you honor the creator within you and within all things. Sungazing, done respectfully, becomes a daily reunion with the logos, a moment of spiritual nourishment as essential as food or water. May the light of the logos illuminate your path. May soul's warmth ignite your heart with wisdom and love. And as the ancient Vedic sages would say in prayer, the sun seated in the heart is the giver of purity and auspiciousness. My raw, unheat treated crystal necklaces are back in stock. These necklaces are charged by a true talisman amulet of power created by a monk who reached enlightenment in Thailand. They're available now. Send me a DM. Hello, everybody. I'm the Mind of Bizzel. If you wanted to study with me, but it's too expensive, today's your lucky day. I created the Bizzel Academy on School for only $8 a month for the next 3 months, where you get exclusive spiritual content that details how to grow spiritually and ascend, meditative techniques, and so much more. New videos are uploaded weekly. If you're interested in joining, head to themindofbyzel.com and click Join Community, or click the link in bio. Peace. If you want to learn how to get your aura charged up like this, follow me for a second. My name is Tigo, and I'm a mystic, and I've been training spirituality and meditation since 2010. I learned to access the healing energy field of Qi through long-sitting meditation. I traveled to China to further those practices and was truly blessed to be able to practice and study with Xiang Feng and a group of lay Buddhist monks. In my course, The Way of the Mystic, I teach how to open the heart, access your own healing potential, and align with the purpose that you set out for in this life and your soul. So if you want to access that, go to www.themindofbyzel.com and book a consultation today, or join my community for only $8. Peace.